Hello, everybody. Welcome back to A Sweet Journey. I am Sonia, also known as Sweets. And this is Day of My Life. And there's a tornado watch. It's a little gloomy, a little dark. I've heard thunder. I've not seen lightning. So I wanted to jump in and just share with you. Last week, I talked a little bit about being in transition and some things that I'm getting up to. And this is actually the second half of the same day from last week. If you didn't get an opportunity to watch the video from last week, I will share a link here and you're welcome to go and watch it. And I wanted to just jump in and one, thank you all for watching, but two, also just encourage you. Each day looks maybe a little bit different, but there's something to be said about really being inside of the process of change. And I believe strongly that it matters how you are in these transitional times. I think that you can go through it really rough. It could be really turbulent. Could be like kind of how this weather is a little bit, it appears to be unstable, but it is doing what weather does. We can go through it in a way that feels like it is taking forever, 40 years through a wilderness. Or we can go through it and we can find the goodness in each of the days. And that's what I am working on right now. And so this video shows a little bit of how I am choosing to navigate this undefined space. And I hope some of what you're watching appeals to you. I will see you all at the lash studio. Oh no. Okay, I think I'm good. Nice. So pretty. All right. I have my lashes done. Do you see this weather? Listen. Okay. I am so glad I did not cancel my appointment. I'm glad I went anyway. I really like the person who does my lashes. We talked about like changing careers, and doing lashes is a new career for her. And so we got a chance to talk about it and like what made her interested in shifting, and it's just, and then what is she up to next? And it was just really good. And while I was getting my lashes done, in my ear, I had Jackie Ina, who was on Emma Greed's podcast. And that was also nice just to hear the rhythm of shifting from kind of content creator, influencer to founder. And it was just, I don't know, everything. I always believe very much that everything works together for good for those who love the Lord and who are called according to his purpose. I am that person. So I believe that. And there's something that is really cool about seeing like how things are going like all over the place. One thing that I'm noticing is that I am, not alone in this transitional season. I am noticing that there are a lot of people navigating unemployment, like changes in career, desiring to be entrepreneurs, just all kinds of really interesting transitions. And one of the things that I just mentioned that I wanted to pull forward to make sure that you glean from is looking for and seeking like wisdom from wherever, whether it is a podcast, a book, but learning from people's experiences, especially people who are steps ahead of you. And so I was mentioning Jackie Ina speaking to Emma Greed. I've been listening to Brene Brown, Adam Grant, Simon Sinek. I've been listening to Trevor Noah, and just really focusing on what's possible and listening to people who have wisdom in some areas that I am uncertain about. And I recommend you do that. I think that when we are navigating environments that are not quite defined, it's really important to try to find where people have actually gone through the experiences and glean from that. So I just wanted to mention that. I don't have time to go to the gym, and so I am going to do the treadmill at the house. for 30 minutes because I only have like 8 minutes of workout on my watch. Another thing that is really important is how I take care of myself. And so what I eat, how I work out, how I spend my time feels really important. And so I'm going to get on the treadmill for 30 minutes and then I will be in my Soul Compass workshop. And I'm really excited about that. And so before I close out, if I have time, I would just like to talk through, like, I'm going to call it like the messy middle, because that's what it feels like. I am writing a book right now, and it is not titled The Messy Middle, but it is the same concept of leaving out of something, headed towards something that is like a part of like your vision, what you want, what you have really been craving, but you're in this messy middle space. And I call it messy middle for a number of reasons, mostly because it is undefined and very uncertain, and a lot of faith has to be injected into this time, and a lot of, I don't know, just believing that who you know yourself to be is that person, and what you know that you are capable of doing is true. And like standing on that, and then just trusting that everything works exactly the way that it should. All right, I am gonna make it home, get on the treadmill. Again, thank you for hanging out with me. This is kind of the day in the life. This season that I'm in is a choice that I made, and I want to stand, what do they say, 10 toes down inside of this choice, even though people will argue like, well, why would you make a choice without having a plan? Well, I do have a plan. It's not all fleshed out, but I do have a plan. And so, yeah, things are okay. Nobody worry. We're fine. So, okay. All right, let's get home. I will talk to you soon. Okay, so we are about, hi. I've just been trying to make sure that I have everything that I need. I had a lot of moving pieces today, and so I was making sure that I was caught up on all of those things. And so now I am. So now we're going to join this workshop. Alexa, turn off dim lamp. Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Really, really doing well. Thank you. I have signed up for a number of things to really help in this transitional time. And one is this 4-week workshop, and it is called Your Soul's Compass. And this particular conversation was around your inner knowing and getting very, very clear about tapping into what you know to be true. And I really enjoyed it a lot. It was really good, which is, it lends to holistically being in transition. Feels right.
Okay. Questions, shares.
No, this was really nice. Thank you.
Yay, you're welcome. Okay.
Thank you. Good to see you too.
Good to see you. Good night.
All right.
Good night,
Bye. When I'm speaking about being in transition holistically, I am saying that I don't believe that your mental is not impacted when your physical is impacted, and your social, your emotional, your financial. I think that all of it is impacted in change. And so there are some things that I'm signing up for that might be working on my professional goals. There are other things that I'm signing up for because there are some things that I need to work on internally. I've had doctor's appointments where I think some of the stressors, maybe from the last maybe 6 months to a year, I think impacted my body. And so there's some things that I'm dealing with that. But all of that to say, transitioning, you want to holistically transition. You want to look at yourself like every part of who you are and make sure that you're addressing all of those areas, assessing how you are doing, and then addressing areas that you actually need to do something about. Speaking of, the next thing that I am going to do is work out. I had not gotten all of my circles closed on my watch, and so that is next. I apologize about the shaking of the camera. I'm holding it. I don't have my tripod is upstairs, so please excuse that. The green circle in the middle. That's what I need to get closed. So we're going to that treadmill. I put this up. So let me get the room back together and then get on the treadmill. And then we're done for the evening. Let's go back out. As I close out the day and the video, just wanted to follow back up on the messy middle and really encourage you to consider not necessarily as much what the messy middle is. I think we're very clear about that. But how are we to be in this transition? And for me, I have decided to create spaces of enjoyment, whether it is getting my lashes done or taking a course or something like this, even taking my time and luxuriating in my nighttime routine. There are lots and lots of opportunities for us. We have a tendency to focus on what we want in the future, but my encouragement is that you find pleasure and enjoyment in the messy middle, whatever that might look like for you. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next week.